What got you started into it?
Um, Bro, so like I have always wanted to be a YouTuber. Like even like back like when I was a kid, I wanted to, you know, Smosh, of course, right?
Yeah.
Me and my friend, we wanted to do like a style like skit channel, but my mom didn't let me, and honestly, thank God. Um, because like I had to wait until I was in college, and then I was like, when everyone says this, but like during COVID, I had nothing to do, so I was like, I'm just gonna try streaming. And at first friends watched from high school, but it was still really fun. And I was like looking up like how do I grow and stuff, and I found out like, oh, you can't really grow on Twitch unless you make a YouTube. So that's what I did.
Hmm.
I started with the game Smash Bros, and I made a bunch of like challenge videos. And I actually think I had like my own like identity, and I got to like 1,000 subscribers pretty fast, like within like 3-4 months.
Ooh.
um yeah, then I stopped because I was in college, and I was like, I don't know, like it's not making money. um
It's a
and
fair
then in the
response.
beginning of the year I was like, all right, I'm gonna try like making some random ass video. This is like either it does good and I continue YouTube, or it doesn't and I quit. I made a video about like this kids show Bluey,
Yes.
because it was trending at the time, and it did pretty good, and I was like, all right. So that's when I started making shorts, where I was just making super broad content, like no more Smash content, even though I still like Smash, but like
Yeah, I'm
my focus
jealous.
was just getting bigger.
Yeah, I'm jealous of your channel. You can just do whatever, and it'll do
I
well.
will say I think I have a really healthy channel and a really healthy community where like now I think, yeah, I could play like any game and it would do okay.
Yeah.
You,
And,
you just have to package it in a good way,
mhm.
which is what I've learned.
And you do a crazy variety of things. Like obviously the elephant in the room is GD. I also saw you gathered 24 what was it 24 YouTubers into some Mario Kart thingy.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
like I don't really plan on making another Mario Kart video. It was just something I wanted to do.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, "Dang, this guy can do that in a GD video and they will all perform minimum probably 100K on each video. It's insane."
Yeah, how I think about it is like my shorts are gonna make the money, and I'm a little more serious on the shorts. Not like serious, but like it's definitely more formatted. Like
Mhm.
I have a formula that I don't really like to stray from, and videos are like, I mean, I kind of just like to have fun with videos and try new things. Videos are honestly my way of like expressing the creativity, and like
Yeah.
um definitely helped me from just being burned out. I think every video I've posted recently, or most of them, I've like genuinely enjoyed making. Um, and like shorts, like I like making them, but like they're not super fun, you know. Like
I
I
agree.
kind of just make them because you post them and they do good. But like
1,000,000% agree with that.
yeah,
I'm so much more like I love doing these interviews. I know like on my personal channel I've uploaded a couple long form videos, but I uploaded only like 3 shorts and I think even the bare minimum effort in a long form video is more fun to me than every single one of those shorts combined because it's just so much creativity that you can put out, and I like to treat it like it's like I'm a painter and this is my empty canvas, and I can take a bunch of paint buckets, splash it on the canvas, and instead of adding things, I have the ability to move the colors around and manipulate it to how I want it to look. And that's how I kind of put like YouTube into like some sort of metaphor.
yeah.
And it's pretty awesome to see some of the outcomes of some of the videos that can be uploaded. And
It's yeah, it's like I said, it's a dream job, man. So if
yeah.
anyway you want to be a YouTuber, you got to get started, man. You gotta just you got to develop a skill. It's got to be either like storytelling or anything.
Yeah, especially if you're young. If you're young, it'll be easier for you to learn. It's like learning an instrument. You'll just be naturally good at music theory if you only learned an instrument when you were very young. Is like you'll have
Yeah.
these natural skills if you start off because I think I started off when I was 8. It was December 25th, 2014. I was 9 years old. I was 9.5 years old. And that's when I uploaded my first ever YouTube video. It was terrible. It was like me playing Angry Birds.
Oh my God, 9.5?
Yeah, I was 9.5 years old when I first started. And the only reason why is because this is going to sound absurd to anybody, but I was playing games like Team Fortress 2 when I was 3.
What the hell?
To be fair, I was like, technically you can say I was 4 because it was like 2 weeks before I was turning 4, but it's still insane. And it's only because like I was introduced to gaming very early on, because it was my dad. He left his computer and he left the house with the computer on. I don't remember where he went that day, but I know he left the whole day, and I just got on, and I don't know how. I was smart enough to figure out how to find the keybinds to play the game. And I just started playing, and I loved it. And I played on my birthday. So it was 2 weeks before my birthday, and then on my birthday they were asked, or it was like 2 days. But this time it was 2 days before my birthday. I was being asked, "What do you want for your birthday?" And I said, "I want to play on Dad's computer all day." And they let me play on the computer the entire 10 hours.
That's actually really sick.
I was awake, and no one interrupted me. I think I ate I think the most I had was I think my mom made homemade BLT.
That's awesome, bro.
For me.
That's awesome.
This was playing. It was one of my favorite birthdays. June 22nd, 2008. Or no, June 2009. June 22nd, 2009 was when I played Team Fortress 2 for 10 hours and got sucked into gaming instantly.
Dude, how I got sucked into gaming was, so I have an older brother. He's actually 10 years older than me. And he would play, first off, like, it's crazy because he started with Pokemon, and that's how I started with Pokemon. But I started with his Pokemon games, so I'm kind of like, it's weird because in a way, I'm kind of somewhat a 90s kid because of how much I like did stuff that my brother did. Like, I would play really old games. I would watch, Pokemon anime. But yeah, I got started with Pokemon, and then the weirdest jump ever, Pokemon to Black Ops, because he would play Black Ops Zombies. That was my brother's first big purchase. He came home one day after getting a job. He's like, "Yo, I got an Xbox," and so we played some zombies, and that was so much fun. Yeah, and then like I got my DS, and I was addicted to Pokemon. So my parents had to give me like a 2-hour limit. And I also couldn't even bring it to school. And I also couldn't play if I had like under A's and B's. So they were pretty strict. But I'm glad they did that because I don't know. I feel like it sucks when you're a kid, but I feel like in the long run, it's worth it. You get like, you'll understand when you're older kids. If your parents take away your phone, you'll see. Like you'll one day you'll be like, okay, yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I low key. 20 years old, I disagree. I mean, but that's because of circumstances. Because if I graduated on time, I would have to get a job in 2023, and I would not have been able to start Secret Way with Vix at all. Like I would probably be working a normal job, and because I got that extra year, Vix approached me with the idea of making a channel together. It failed the first time, and then the same month I needed to pay rent was when we started Secret Way, and it did good instantly. And Vix was like, "Hey, you help out initially. If you help out, I'll just pay your rent until it starts making money." And then it literally like
that's peak.
We got monetized.
Vix is great.
Yeah, Vix is awesome. Like none of this would be possible without him. And I feel like he would say the same about me, but low-key he could have just gotten anybody else that had GD knowledge.
The thing is, dude, like, I kind of feel you, man, because my parents are luckily pretty supportive. Because, like, tell me what you would do in this situation. So you're doing college. You've done college for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole time, like since the second year, since the first year actually, since the second year, you've been doing YouTube, um, and you have at the time of making the decision, you have over 100,000 subscribers. You just had your best month. At the time, I made 4,000 on my AdSense. And you got to go up to your parents and be like, I want to drop out. This is the data that I would be making enough to live on my own, and it's just what I want to do. Even though you have basically a year and a half left of college that you could finish and get a degree.
Yeah.
It's tough because like I totally get their point, but they were very supportive and they let me drop out, and I followed my dream.
I honestly, if I was in that position, I mean, I definitely don't have the kind of energy to do college and YouTube.
Oh no,
at the same time.
No one does, dude. It was wearing on me.
Yeah, and I feel like even with school, I would come home, I'd have a room I could go to where I'm all alone. I would like my dad understood because my dad and Vix were friends, and my dad has seen Vix's analytics, so my dad was like, "This could be you," and he was fully understanding the whole time. And I think if I was in a position where I was doing college and trying to do YouTube and had a good month, what I would do is continue the year and a half that I have left of college and see where my channel's at, because very well it could have been deleted, very well it could have gotten demonetized. But if my revenue, actually, I would do a year. If I have a year and a half left, I would do a year. And if the revenue and the performance of the channel is good after a year, I would quit before the 6 months are over. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
But if it's not good, I would continue college with YouTube on the side.
That's kind of how I was doing. Like, let's like analyze this year and see how it does. And it did good.
Yeah.
I actually think, like, once the chains were off, that's when I started going crazy.
The rusty shackles are out.
Yeah.